guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be reacting to 50 crashes in the NASCAR, which will be interesting because I have no idea how NASCAR works, how the pointing structure works, how the Drivers' Championship works out, or who wins and who does what. I know they're going in a big circle, but there is a little bit more to it than that with the amount of power that they're actually driving. So without any further ado, let's get right into this video.
And Priest makes the cut.
Yikes.
Oh,
I think he had his eyes on the 12 of Blaney
He
trying
got
to clear
spun.
him.
Tyler Reddick, Justin Allgaier. See right here, going to go right in. Tries to avoid at the last second.
oh, that's
Haley was
just
on pit road as
unfortunate.
well.
See right here. Oh, Blaney. You didn't even know Blaney was in it.
Tell you what, like, it'd be interesting to see like the in what drive where how the power is distributed in one of these, because if it is primarily through the back wheels, as soon as you slightly touch that back end, it's away, like no stopping it. Got to be.
Just goes absolutely straight up the racetrack. Maybe. Oh man, they just
made
touched
contact. Yeah.
tiny
Oh.
bit.
Yeah, he got into the
Contact.
left rear of the 20, and that
No,
that got
see,
him loose.
loses contact, loses. Wait, he
Gosh,
loses
lucky
control.
right there. Oh,
Boy, real close there. And he kind of got himself in a situation where, as the 34 McDowell,
I wonder how much these cars weigh as well, because that will not help. The lighter the yaw, yes, the quicker and the more dynamic the yaw, but as you can see, the slightest mishap from the driver and you're away, you're out of the race. You might as well say, retiring. Good night.
along for the ride. There he is. Yeah, so I
And
think
against the wall.
Stenhouse was the first one in the fence with all those cars side by side there. Not enough room. Yeah, Kurt Busch squeezing the 17 into the wall, and look at here, maybe the 17, a little
And
angry
then
with
he-
that. Turns him into McDowell. Almost flips the
So
34
not
car.
only did he take one out, he took two
And it
out
all
because he
began.
was
Look at
pissed.
Burton in the 18. He gets away unscathed, as
Oh.
does the 13
He's drifting.
of Johnny Sauter.
Not
and
anymore,
the
he's not.
17 of Ankrum just a bit clicked there in the, well,
Oh,
maybe a
there's
little
nothing
heavier
he
than
could
we
do
thought
there,
in the
like-
left front, but
The inner loop, out of the inner loop, into the carousel. What is he going to do? Gives him a little bit of bumper. Hey, send him into the tire barrier right there. Payback from earlier.
Top of the screen, you see the yellow truck on the right started to
Oh,
go sideways ahead of him. Looked like Cicerelli not. Oh, look at that damage, and then just nowhere for Chris Fontaine and that blue and yellow 47 truck to go.
it looks like the power's coming from the back. Like as soon as you lose the slightest bit control, you unless you can catch it early enough, you can survive it. But if you cannot catch it, you're just going to be all over the shop.
See the fire come out of the exhaust. He was off the gas for sure, but just couldn't get stopped in time.
They're like dominoes knocking over. Unreal. Unreal.
rolled faster than he did coming into the corner, and it pulls the back of that car around with it
Ooh,
as he went by. Great look at it right there.
bang.
Great execution from our production group, all the camera folks who are out in the elements today. Very windy and cold day in Texas. We appreciate all they bring each and every week.
Oh.
So keep an eye on that. Daniel Hammock right there has a flat tire,
And he's taken.
trying to get out of the way, loses control of his car.
heavy traffic for the top 5
Jeez.
The double
Hit
into the
by Cole
fence.
Custer. He
No.
catches the 20 of
No.
Christopher Bell. They spin, the caution comes out.
Oh.
Big contact now behind him.
I think that's the 81 who
Control and out of the driver's.
So here's a question for you then. So how many cars actually finish the race? That would be an interesting. How many cars start it and how many cars actually finish the race? Because it's like I say, the slight there's no room for error in these cars, because as soon as you lose the back end, it's good night. It is. Just because the sheer power in the back. What is the power? What is it? The power to? Oh man, some power to ratio or something like that. How it's distributed between all four wheels, or is it literally just rear wheel?
hands.
Yeah,
Who
Harvick
knows?
Trying to push him to get him by that middle lane, and
I don't
just
know
when
what
he
I'm
hit
talking
him, it
about.
just shot
I
right up.
apologise.
then it just all stacks up, and guess what? When you all run in a line together trying to help each other and something happens, guess what happens to all of you? You all get damaged.
Harvick's in the fence a little bit. I think he's going to be
There
okay.
goes two again.
There's Tyler Reddick.
Slightest touch. Slightest touch.
Yeah, and I just
Takes
wonder
out half
if
the field.
was trying to get woed up.
Was
And I
he
think
away?
Cody Ware
He's
had
away.
no idea
Nope.
he was coming to pit road.
Yeah.
You're right, Jimmy Johnson did get collected in that.
The fire that we see there.
Oh, there he goes. Ooh. Ooh, nasty.
That the header's ignited or something like that. Could be broken oil line or broken fuel line.
He's chasing the 22 down to try to get the side draft off him. I don't think he knows that he's there.
Yeah, Ryan Sieg was in a hole there, and no fault of Ryan Sieg. That's just one of those racing incidents. And
He has to go 3 wide, 4 wide, and they just run out of real estate. Contact with the 41.
They run out of real estate. Run out of space. Love that.
As he went out of and throwing that debris, tire debris, up in the air. You can't see it because the trash compound's so dark. You can't really see where that stuff's at, where the groove's at, where it ends.
did you see how aware Crafton was of everything that was going on around him? As soon as he saw that go bad, to the apron he goes. And watch the job that David Gilliland does. Those trucks are crashing right in front of
he misses that.
Right in front of that blue truck with Valvoline on the hood. He's able to sneak through.
A little bit of damage there to that right front of David Gilliland. Crafton has barely missed.
Down at the bottom of the track.
That's Noah.
He's away.
You called it, Steve.
Yeah, he's
Going
away.
by him so fast, the air just disappears on the side of that 66.
And so he's just getting loose right here as the 14 goes to his outside. It looked to me like Kyle Larson at that point as he went into the corner. Man.
Heavy impact.
Yeah, the 3 of Austin Dillon really.
How about Ghosteen coming around the outside? Contact indeed is going to take out Rhodes.
Jesus.
Somehow, and so many more involved in this incident.
Right on the outside of Tyler Reddick against what we already said coming into this whole race. Turns 3 and 4 in the wind, and it's just going to pull.
Just got loose.
Yeah, it's just going to pull him right around. It's going to collect Christopher Bell and a whole list of others. And we talked about this in the pre-race. You knew this was going to happen in this race. Kevin, turns 3 and 4. Very difficult. Windy conditions.
Everyone is taking every little gap that's there, and here comes a crash.
That turn hard.
As if it's a normal thing. Here comes a crash.
Jeremy Clements. Timmy Hill in that as well.
These cars must be built with safety in mind with the amount of crashes they go through. Bet the team spend quite a lot of money trying to get these repaired as well.
With 6 to go, man, he went nose first after contact with Cole Custer.
His wheels stopped.
I don't know exactly what happened off of turn 2.
And they couldn't see.
His teammate Denny Hamlin just got loose off the corner.
Damn.
And around he went.
Straight in the barrier.
And into the inside retaining wall.
That's Mike Harmon coming out of there.
So here he is on that
Oh,
curb.
oh, he's lost it. Told you. Slightest.
Wow. Per mile-and-a-half race.
You're right, Steve. That's a big impact for that 98.
Oh.
Yeah. We talked about these composite
Where's
bodies,
he
how
with?
strong they are, but
Nope.
it's still
Straight across the
suspension
track.
when it hits those tires that hard. Look at that impact by Tyler. That's a huge shot.
Reddick.
Yeah, and he's just took 2 of them out.
Control going up the racetrack. Big
Oh.
hit. Watch that again. There was a lot of things going on there at once.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Reddick had a flat tire or just get out of line.
That force. And they get really close together in turn 2.
Yeah, slight nudge and he's away.
Yeah, the one car, Kurt Busch, he just has
It's a bit like
some issues
F1
with
cars,
the racetrack,
they're pretty
and
much the
that
same,
allows both
but
of these guys to get underneath them, and
slightest
you said it.
knock
I mean, when you
or
get underneath
touch.
somebody like that, it's easy to get the air taken
Good
off
night,
of the
Vienna.
spoiler, and just around they went, 3 wide. Just normally doesn't work very well.
But I think it's harder with these because there's a lot of them. One car loses it, it takes up 4 or 5 cars around him, which is absolutely bonkers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cars got took out there.
actually go for it, it's not.
Well, Sheldon Creed was going through the middle.
There's
He was gonna
1,
try to get
2,
underneath
3,
Ross Chastain, and Ross realized
4,
that and started to turn
5,
down to try
6.
to block that move, and there just wasn't time, Michael, as we've been talking about.
And there.
Nice job by Natalie Decker. Check that out.
7.
She's gonna maybe make just a little contact, but up on the racetrack she was sideways and
talked at the start of this broadcast about how difficult it is to keep
You've
control of
gone.
your truck when you're down on the bottom. It just got loose. No air on that right rear fender because of the outside.
Watch this damage right here.
Traffic and then bam.
Wow.
Look at that contact.
That was a block. I think the 3 got there. He didn't mean to get there. It's just a little bit of contact.
When Clint goes across the back bumper of that 3,
There's
it
1.
turned the 3 sideways. It upset the back of that 3 car. And then at that moment, Austin's trying
Jesus
to catch his
Christ.
car. He's steering the race car. Trying to steer
How
the
are you
back of the
supposed to
race car.
see through that?
Driving like a forklift at that moment.
Try to make a forklift.
Creed right there in the middle, and
Oh,
It looked like
nasty.
Jordan Anderson had some sort of an issue and slowed, it looked like.
well,
And then Creed ran in the back of him.
Say in stereo.
sure Sheldon Creed had
It's got
anywhere
about
to
10
go.
cars there,
So
easy.
Yeah, Jordan looks. I don't. The front end just goes light
Yeah,
on
touches him,
the hill.
and he's away.
to left like you said, Phil, then back to the right, but it was too late.
A hard shot into the safer barrier.
Fill those 32 spots to see who's going to get their shot at winning tonight. And for the second time, it ends up a big hit for the 34 of Jesse Awuji.
Nasty.
We were just talking during the commercial break, Michael and I, and we.
Ricky came off the end of the front straightaway.
Oh, Jesus.
Shot into the barrier, something let loose on the right front, probably a tire going down there. Right in
Literally
front of
just
Ricky
pile
Stenhouse.
drived it.
Landon Castle at this point along for the ride and into the wall. Wow, what a hit.
Boom, boom. 3 or 4 of them all together.
Right in the lookout. Wow. 22 almost went over.
Yeah, that's a moment that all the safety of the roof flaps and the hood flaps definitely saved that 22 car from going over. Years ago, I'm confident to say that car may have went airborne for sure.
Sure, yeah. Brad and
So with that
Blaney
kind of,
just sneaking by. That was big for Blaney.
even though the 22 is back in the pits, opportunity to get tuned up.
That's working really well.
Oh, Jimmy gonna take
It would be really interesting to see how many cars actually finish. Whoa, he's upside down. Is he upside down? No.
You got it. Well, I'm just wondering, did that suck the back end of the car around on Menard?
Right
Damn.
here, that red, white, and blue #1, second in line on the top, gets basically the same situation we've seen. He catches
God.
the 2 of Tyler Reddick, it stops his momentum. Christopher Bell's behind him. He
There's
doesn't
nothing
know
you can do,
anything
like.
about it, just hits the one so hard it spins the one out at the front of the field.
Literally nothing you can do.
He's in the middle of the screen. The orange stripe. He's going to dip below.
Nope.
Decker in the 54 bounces up, just wasn't quite clear of Natalie, and she was holding her line, and they clipped Boyd into that outside wall.
Yeah, can't really.
Really very similar to what we saw a little bit ago with Austin Cindric and Brandon Jones, right? Car on the outside, kind of takes the air off the car on the inside, and on the inside.
And Gilliland had nowhere to go either. He had someone on his back.
He's
bumper.
away. Nah.
Boy, that's a
Man, that's a frightening feeling seeing that wall coming at that speed. Believe me, I know I've hit a few of them.
Thank goodness for the safer barrier. Obviously, you see how much damage there is to that truck.
How about Alex Bowman in the 88? He gets a shove. He's going to go sideways.
Nah.
Right in front of the pack.
Ooh.
The 48 caught up, and the 9 is caught up. The caution has come out. He got a big shove right into the front of the pack.
Next car down the front straightaway.
Huge block.
Someone's coming.
Blaney
He's
able to go
gone.
around the 37. Almost upside
Number
down.
96.
96, Parker Kligerman.
Jeez.
Here they come. They make contact. They're side by side. It's a photo finish at the line.
Eric Jones tries to feel the hole, and Brad gets
Nope.
very tight right there. Brad coming down the 20,
Slide
trying
touch.
to get in that position, and it took all the air off the
No.
right side of that 20 car. Eric Jones getting a little bit loose there underneath the tube.
Tries to make it 3 wide right there. Busher comes down. Little bit of contact right there.
No, slight touch, like I said, slight touch, and you. It's away, like it is away.
Nowhere to go.
So happy.
But hats off to these drivers that get in the cars and do it week in, week out, because this is just absolutely mental. I wouldn't like, not a chance, not a chance. The speeds that we're doing and the exit and just the slightest movement in the back, absolutely madness.
Happy to see that 37 car stay on the ground when the 95 hit him. Yeah, big hit by Haley in the 77.
Wow. Al would need a clean pair of underwear if I was doing this.
Too much like the 4th of July.
Amen.
Fireworks everywhere.
Yeah, and it really and truly, it was Paul Menard. He gave to Benedetto a little shove, but it was on the outside, on the right side, and that just turned the Benedetto into the outside wall, and then it was on from there.
And a different situation than we saw in the clash between
just to
Menard
say, it's just like a pile up. There's
Johnson,
no way you can go. Not a lot you can do.
On the 21, Menard say, "Well, he zigged and we zagged."
That Brad was pushing the crap out of me.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's Stenhouse.
Whoa.
Yeah, it stuck the landing. Russian judge docked me a little bit. I didn't keep it straight. No, I mean, look, if you're an old Chevy man, we ran a great strategy. Darren Shaw, Ron
he
Lewis,
flipped.
Spotter, everybody. It was awesome. I mean, 62
in the air.
For a split second. And let's see. Legs together.
Damn.
I mean, didn't really stick it well, but.
Fourth, Joey Logano on the outside riding in fifth. They're all chasing Chase Elliott to the back straightaway.
Elliott brings him off turn number
nope,
2. Now
he's away.
In the back of the pack, Kyle Larson, William Byron, David Reagan careening out of control. Up front, Bowman to the outside of Elliott for the lead in 3.
Here's Bowman with the race lead. To the top of the banking goes Eric Almirola. Chase Elliott working down to the inside as they work their way off turn 4.
Well, damn. Yeah, that was the 50 crashes from NASCAR, and yeah, it's a pretty brutal sport. These guys should be deserving of medals just for participating. And if they survive, it's just like the ultimate wreckage. Who can do the fanciest of twists and turns, but with the car itself, like one slight movement or one slight touch at the back, and nah, it's see you later. Like, but anywho, that's the end of the video. If you like the video, leave a like. If you'd comment down below if you want me to react to something else, and as always, subscribe if you're new. So I will catch you in the next video.